Have you ever wondered why some people always leave you feeling drained even after just a short conversation? Think about it for a moment. You meet them, you talk to them, and instead of feeling uplifted, you feel heavy. It's not your imagination. It's not a random feeling. It's your inner wisdom warning you that something is wrong. Life is too short to let people steal your strength, and the truth is, many do it without even realizing. But here's the thing, you don't have to allow it. Every person you meet is either a giver or a taker. A giver adds to your life, supports your dreams, and respects your space. A taker only shows up when they need something, when they want something, when they expect you to give without limits. The most dangerous part is that takers rarely come with warning signs. They often disguise their intentions with charm, with sweet words, or with a smile that hides their true motives. That is why awareness is your first shield, and awareness is what will set you free. The mind is wired to seek connection, to seek approval, to seek love. Psychology tells us that humans naturally avoid rejection because rejection feels like danger to the brain. That is why so many people struggle to say a no. But here is the hard truth. Every time you say yes to the wrong person, you are saying a no to yourself. No to yourself. And when you say a no to yourself enough times, you begin to lose trust in your own power. You begin to forget your own worth. That's the silent trap too many fall into. So let me ask you again. Have you been giving away pieces of yourself to people who don't deserve it? If the answer is yes, don't feel guilty. Feel grateful, because recognizing it is the first step toward change. And once you change, your entire life changes. You stop living for the approval of others, and you start living for the truth of who you are. This is why staying until the end of this message will reward you. Because today you will learn the 5 things that you must never allow people to take from you. These 5 things are not small. They are your strength, your freedom, your peace. By the time you hear the last one, you will see the patterns more clearly, will recognize the traps faster, and most importantly, you will feel more confident to walk away. That is the reward, clarity, courage, and control over your life again. But before we get there, pause and think about the cost of not protecting yourself. Think about how many dreams have been buried because someone gave too much to the wrong people. Think about how many hearts are broken because they trusted the untrustworthy. Think about how many years have been wasted because people ignored the small warning signs. Do not let that be your story. Every day you wait, you pay with your peace. Every time you ignore your intuition, you lose a little piece of yourself. Deep down, you know you deserve more. You know you were not created to live small, to live tired, to live used. You were created with strength, with purpose, with brilliance, and the people who truly care for you will never ask you to shrink, to dim your light, or to give until you are empty. Only those who don't value you will try to take what doesn't belong to them. Protecting yourself is not selfish. It is an act of self-respect. It is an act of survival. So today, as you listen, promise yourself this. You will no longer apologize for setting boundaries. You will no longer feel guilty for walking away. You will no longer silence your voice just to make someone else comfortable. The world doesn't need a weaker version of you. The world needs the strongest, brightest, most fearless version of you. And that version can only exist when you stop giving your energy to those who don't deserve it. Stay with me until the very end, because what you are about to hear may be the turning point. You will discover the 5 specific demands that reveal who is draining your life. And once you see them, you cannot unsee them. That clarity will change how you choose friends, how you protect your time, and how you carry yourself. Remember this, your life is too valuable to be wasted on the wrong people. And today you are about to take it back. The truth about human energy is invisible, but it is powerful. Every interaction you have with another person either gives you strength or takes it away. This is not philosophy, it is psychology. Human beings are wired to feel the emotions of others. When you sit with someone full of negativity, your brain mirrors their state, and soon you feel heavy. When you are around someone uplifting, your body releases chemicals of joy, and suddenly life feels lighter. This is why protecting your energy is just as important as protecting your health. Too often, people ignore the signal. They dismiss the tension in their chest, the sudden drop in mood, or the feeling of being exhausted after a conversation. But these signals are your inner compass. They are warnings. The truth is, not everyone around you wants the best for you. Some people carry their own pain and project it onto you. Some people lack purpose, so they steal time and energy from those who have it. And some people simply do not know how to love without conditions. The most dangerous part is that energy drains are subtle. Rarely does someone walk into your life shouting, "I will use you." Instead, it happens in small requests, small manipulations, small ways they convince you to ignore yourself. One day, you are strong and full of vision. Weeks later, you are tired, confused, and doubting your own path. That is the cost of giving your energy to the wrong hands. But here is the good news. The same way negative energy spreads, positive energy does too. When you choose to protect your boundaries, when you surround yourself with people who uplift you, your strength multiplies. You think clearer. You feel lighter. You dream bigger. You create more. That is why it is not selfish to guard your energy. It is necessary. It decides the quality of your life, your relationships, and your future. The truth about human energy is simple. You become what you absorb. Protect your space, because every thought, every emotion, every dream depends on the energy you allow inside. Why boundaries matter? Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are gates to protect what is valuable inside. Without boundaries, life becomes an open door for anyone to walk in, take what they want, and leave you empty. Boundaries decide who respects you, who values your time, and who deserves a place in your life. When you learn to set them, you are not being harsh, you are being wise. Human psychology shows us that people treat you the way you teach them to treat you. If you allow others to constantly interrupt, they will never respect your time. If you always give without limits, they will expect it forever. If you never say no, people will believe you do not have one. Boundaries are your way of teaching others your worth without speaking a single word. They send a clear message: I respect myself and I expect you to do the same. How many people struggle with boundaries because they fear losing love or approval? But love that only exists when you sacrifice yourself is not real love. Approval that comes at the cost of your peace is not worth chasing. Boundaries filter out what is fake and allow space for what is real. They protect your energy from being wasted on takers and allow you to invest it in people who truly care. Think about it like this: if you do not guard your peace, someone else will use it for their comfort. If you do not protect your time, someone else will fill it with their need. And if you do not value your dreams, someone else will convince you to abandon them. Boundaries are not about keeping life small, they are about keeping life pure. They give you the freedom to focus, the clarity to grow, and the strength to say, "This is my life, and I will not live it on someone else's terms." Boundaries matter because you matter. And when you start honoring them, the wrong people will fall away, but the right ones will step closer. That is the power of self-respect. First thing, constant validation. One of the clearest signs of a draining person is their endless need for validation. They cannot stand on their own confidence, so they lean on you to build it for them. At first, it may seem harmless. They ask for your opinion, your reassurance, your compliments, but soon it becomes a pattern. They cannot move without your approval. They cannot feel worthy unless you remind them. And in giving them constant validation, you begin to lose your own balance. The human mind craves recognition, but when it turns into dependence, it becomes a trap. Psychology shows that people who are addicted to validation often lack self-worth. Instead of doing the work to grow within, they search outside for endless approval. And the danger is this: when you keep feeding that hunger, it never ends. The more you give, the more they need. The cycle has no finish line. Validation seekers can drain your energy without even realizing it. They pull you into their insecurity and make you responsible for fixing it. Slowly, you begin to adjust your words, your actions, even your choices, just to keep them satisfied. That is not love, and it is not friendship. It is control disguised as dependence. And the price you pay is your peace of mind. True connection should lift you up, not weigh you down. A healthy person does not need you to remind them of their worth every hour. They stand strong on their own and share that strength with you. The moment someone makes your constant approval their oxygen, you must step back. Because what they are asking for is not a small favor. They are asking you to carry their self-esteem on your back. Remember this: your role is not to fix someone else's emptiness. Your role is to protect your own fullness. If someone cannot respect that, then they do not respect you. And the sooner you walk away from the chains of constant validation, the sooner you reclaim your freedom. Second thing, your time without respect. Time is the most valuable gift you own. Unlike money, you cannot earn it back once it is. Every second is a piece of your life that will never return. This is why the people who waste your time without respect are dangerous to your growth. They may not steal from your wallet, but they steal from your future. There are people who show up only when they are bored, when they need company, or when they have nothing better to do. They pull you into endless conversations that go nowhere, into plans that drain you, into distractions that keep you from your goals. On the surface, it may look innocent, but underneath, it is costly. Because every hour you spend feeding their emptiness is an hour you did not spend building your dreams. Psychology proves that the mind adapts to its environment. When you surround yourself with those who do not value time, you begin to treat time as less valuable too. Your goals become blurred, your urgency weakens, and your energy shifts from progress to idleness. This is how years are lost, not through one big decision, but through thousands of small wasted moments. A person who truly values you will respect your time. They will not make constant demands without considering your responsibilities. They will not guilt you for being focused or shame you for chasing your vision. Instead, they will understand that your time is your life, and they will honor it. When someone shows you that your time means nothing to them, believe it, because it also means your dreams mean nothing to them. Protecting your time is not about being selfish. It is about being wise. Say no when you must. Walk away when you should. Guard your hours with the same intensity you would guard your future, because in truth, they are the same thing. Third thing, your peace of mind. Peace of mind is the foundation of a strong life. Without peace, even success feels empty. Yet some people constantly demand that you sacrifice your peace for their chaos. They bring drama into every situation, stirring conflict where there is none. They thrive on arguments, on gossip, on negativity that poisons the atmosphere. And when you let them in, their storms become your storms. The human mind is sensitive to stress. Psychology shows that constant exposure to negativity raises anxiety, lowers focus, and weakens your immune system. That means every unnecessary argument, every toxic conversation, every forced fight takes a piece of your health and your future. People who destroy your peace are not simply wasting your time, they are damaging your spirit. These are the ones who always have a problem, but never a solution. They carry a cloud of heaviness and expect you to stand under it with them. At first you try to help, but soon you realize it is endless. Because some people are not searching for answers, they are searching for attention. And to give them that attention is to hand over your calmness, your clarity, your joy. True relationships bring stability, not storms. Real friends and partners will protect your peace as much as their own. They will not make you feel like you are walking on eggshells, waiting for the next outburst. Instead, they will create the space where you can breathe, where silence is safe, and where happiness can grow. If someone constantly demands that you sacrifice your peace to keep them satisfied, understand this: they are asking for your strength, your focus, and your joy. And once you give those away, you are left empty. Protect your peace the way you protect your heartbeat. Your heartbeat, you cannot live. Choosing distance from chaos is not weakness, it is wisdom. And the stronger your peace becomes, the stronger your life will be. Fourth thing, your dreams. Dreams are the fire inside you. They give your life direction, purpose, and meaning. But there will always be people who ask you to give them up. They may not say it directly. Instead, they laugh at your ambitions. They tell you to be realistic, or they remind you of every reason why it cannot be done. Their words are not advice. They are attempts to pull you down to the level of their own limitation. Psychology shows that people project their fears onto others. When someone has failed, when they have settled for less, they often cannot accept that you are aiming higher. Your courage threatens their comfort. Your vision exposes their lack of action. And instead of rising to your level, they will try to drag you to theirs. If you let them, your dreams slowly die under the weight of their doubt. It often begins with small seeds of discouragement. They may say, "Are you sure this is possible?" or "Don't waste your time." Over time, those words echo in your mind until you begin to doubt yourself. This is how many brilliant ideas never see the light of day, not because they were impossible, but because someone convinced a dreamer to quit. But here is the truth: your dreams are not given to everyone. They are given to you. They are a reflection of your unique gifts, your strength, your calling. No one else has the right to decide what you are capable of. The moment you allow another person's fear to override your vision, you betray yourself. The people who truly care for you will not ask you to bury your dreams. They will fuel them. They will believe in you even when the path is unclear. They will remind you of your potential when challenges appear. And if someone does not, then their place in your life must be questioned. Protect your dreams as you would protect a flame in the wind. Because once that light goes out, the world loses something it was meant to see. 15. Blind loyalty. Loyalty is beautiful when it is mutual, but dangerous when it is demanded blindly. Some people will ask you to stand with them even when they are wrong. They will expect you to defend their mistakes, excuse their bad behavior, and protect their actions, no matter the cost. This is not loyalty, it is control. And if you give in, you sacrifice your integrity just to keep their approval. Human psychology teaches us that people crave belonging. The need to belong is so strong that many are willing to silence their truth just to avoid conflict. But blind loyalty traps you in a life where you betray yourself daily. You become a shadow of who you are, chained to the choices of someone else. That is not strength, it is weakness disguised as devotion. True loyalty does not require you to lose yourself. It does not demand that you compromise your values or stand in the fire of someone else's destruction. Real loyalty respects honesty. It accepts accountability. It allows space for truth even when truth is uncomfortable. When someone asks you for loyalty that silences your voice, they are not asking for love. They are asking for submission. The cost of blind loyalty is heavy. It destroys your confidence, damages your reputation, and keeps you bound to people who do not deserve your trust. It teaches you to ignore your intuition, to swallow your discomfort, and to pretend that wrong is right. And in the process, you lose the most important relationship of all, the relationship with yourself. If someone truly values you, they will never put you in that position. They will not demand silence when you see the truth. They will not ask you to carry the weight of their poor choices. They will respect your honesty, even if it challenges them. Protect yourself from anyone who asks for blind loyalty. Because when you keep your integrity, you keep your freedom. And that is a price no approval is worth. The hidden cost of saying yes every yes you give comes with a price. Sometimes it is small, but often it is greater than you realize. Saying yes when your heart wants to say no creates an inner conflict that eats away at your peace. You may not notice it at first, but over time, it builds into resentment, exhaustion, and even self-doubt. This is the hidden cost of pleasing others. It slowly breaks your connection with yourself. Psychology shows that the brain rewards us with a temporary sense of relief when we avoid conflict by agreeing. That is why many people find it easier to say yes. But the relief is short-lived, while the burden is long-lasting. You carry the weight of commitments you never wanted. You live under expectations you never agreed with. And the more you do it, the more others expect it from you. The hidden danger is that saying yes to everyone is really saying no to yourself. Every time you give away your time, your energy, your peace, you take it away from your own dreams and needs. Slowly, you begin to forget what you wanted in the first place. You become someone who lives for others while your own soul is starved. This is why boundaries feel uncomfortable but unnecessary. A strong no may upset someone for a moment, but it saves you from a lifetime of regret. People who truly care for you will respect your limits. Those who do not were never for you in the first place. The price of keeping them happy is far too high if it means losing yourself. Remember this, every yes must be measured against your values, your goals, and your peace of mind. If it costs you those things, then it is too expensive. Protect yourself from the silent destruction of constant agreement. Because the real strength is not in pleasing everyone. It is in respecting yourself enough to choose wisely. The psychology of self-worth. Self-worth is not something given to you by others. It is something you must claim for yourself. Yet many people hand it over to the world, waiting for approval, praise, or acceptance to feel valuable. This creates a fragile identity, one that rises and falls depending on how others treat you. But true strength begins the moment you realize your worth is not negotiable. It is not up for debate. It exists because you exist. Psychology shows that the human brain builds patterns from repeated experiences. When you allow people to disrespect you, your mind begins to accept it as normal. You start lowering your standards, convincing yourself that you deserve less. Over time, you lose the ability to recognize your own value. But when you set boundaries, when you demand respect, your brain adapts in the opposite direction. It begins to rewire itself to see you as worthy, capable, and strong. This is why self-worth is a choice, not a gift. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow, what you stop, and what you walk away from. Every time you stand up for yourself, you reinforce to your own mind that you are deserving of better. And the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Confidence is not about arrogance. It is about alignment. It is about living in a way that matches your true value. When others see that you respect yourself, they respond in two ways. The right ones step closer, honoring your strength. The wrong ones step back, unable to use you anymore. Either way, you win, because your life begins to align with truth. Never forget this. You are not here to beg for love, attention, or respect. You are here to embody it. When you recognize your worth, the world mirrors it back to you. And when you protect it fiercely, no one can take it away. The power of walking away is one of the most powerful choices you will ever make. It is not a sign of weakness. It is proof of strength. It takes courage to leave behind people, habits, and situations that no longer serve your growth. Most people stay trapped, not because they cannot leave, but because they fear being alone, judged, or misunderstood. Yet nothing is more damaging than staying where your spirit is being crushed. Psychology teaches us that the brain adapts to whatever environment it is placed in. If you stay in a toxic space, your mind begins to accept toxicity as normal. But the moment you walk away, you give your brain the chance to reset, to heal, and to see life from a higher place. This is why distance can sometimes bring more clarity than endless conversations or arguments. Silence often speaks louder than words. Walking away does not mean you hate the other person. It means you love yourself enough to choose peace over chaos. It means you value your dreams more than someone else's demands. It means you respect your worth too much to stay where you are not valued. And the truth is, those who truly care for you will never put you in a position where you must choose between them and your peace. There is freedom in realizing you are not obligated to stay anywhere that drains you. You are not required to explain every boundary. You are not responsible for fixing people who refuse to change. Sometimes the most powerful statement you can make is your absence. Because when you walk away, you reclaim your time, your energy, and your future. Remember this, life is too short to beg for respect or fight for love. That should be freely given. Do not fear the emptiness that comes after walking away. That emptiness is not a loss, it is space. And that space is where new strength, new peace, and new beginnings are born. Building a stronger self when you choose to walk away from what drains you, the real work begins. Building a stronger version of yourself. Strength is not just about surviving, it is about thriving with clarity and purpose. It means creating a life where your boundaries are firm, your energy is protected, and your vision is clear. This kind of strength does not come from others, it comes from within. Psychology shows us that self-growth is built through consistent habit. Every time you say no to something that weakens you, you strengthen your inner will. Every time you invest your time in learning, creating, or improving, you rewire your brain for progress. Small steps taken daily transform you into someone who no longer bends under pressure but stands tall no matter what. A stronger self is not someone who never faces challenges. It is someone who faces them without losing identity. It is a person who can be surrounded by noise and still hear their own voice. It is a mind that understands that rejection is not the end, but redirection. With every obstacle, you either break or you build, and the choice is always yours. The people who once trained you will notice the change. They will realize their old methods no longer work because you are no longer available to be used. Instead of seeking validation, you give it to yourself. Instead of giving away your time freely, you invest it with purpose. Instead of letting others disturb your peace, you guard it like treasure. Building a stronger self is a lifetime commitment. It is choosing every day to rise above fear, doubt, and manipulation. And the reward is freedom, the freedom to live with authenticity, to chase your dreams without apology, and to stand unshaken no matter who tries to bring you down. This strength is not given, it is earned. And once earned, it can never be taken away. At the end of it all, everything comes down to one simple truth. Your life is too valuable to be wasted on the wrong people. You are not here to be drained, controlled, or silenced. You are here to live boldly, to protect your peace, and to rise into the strongest version of yourself. The 5 things we have uncovered, validation, time, peace, dreams, and blind loyalty, are not small details. They are the pillars of your identity. Guarding them is guarding your very soul. When you begin to protect these pillars, everything in your life changes. You think clearer because your energy is no longer stolen. You move faster because your time is invested in what matters. You sleep better because your peace is intact. You dream bigger because no one is pulling you down. And you stand taller because you no longer betray your own values. This is what true freedom feels like. The freedom of living aligned with your worth. Psychology reminds us that humans become what they repeatedly choose. If you choose to stay in places that break you, you will shrink. If you choose to rise, to walk away, to protect yourself, you will grow. The decisions may feel small in the moment, but over time they build the life you will live. And that life can either be heavy with regret or rich with purpose. Never forget this. Protecting yourself is not selfish. It is an act of love. It is saying to the world, I am valuable, I am worthy, and I will not live small. The people who truly care for you will celebrate that strength. The ones who don't will fall away, and that is a blessing in disguise. So stand firm. Guard your energy. Protect your time. Defend your peace. Fight for your dreams. Keep your loyalty sacred, because when you do, you unlock the life you were meant to live, a life of strength, clarity, and unstoppable purpose.